All right, all right. Can I get all the athletes' attention? Athletes, if you guys could make your way this side with your
gonna lie when I say I moved on. I cry when I hear our favorite song. And I would like just to bury my feelings now. It's an honest try. I guess I'm trying my way to let go, but all I get feels like refolding. And I would like you to marry me, don't let go. Please stay, please stay. You're floating like a rainbow, guiding me away. I can't get over you. Can't get over you. I can't get over you. Can't get over you. Can't get over you. Please stop pretend you feel nothing at all, when all you say feels like warm loving. I would like to carry you in my arms, oh, in my arms. Please stay, please stay. You're floating like a rainbow, guiding me away. I can't get over you. 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 I can't get over you.
This is the official weigh-in for EFC 110. Iga Cabeza versus Ronaldo Guerrero Exon. From the EFC Performance Institute, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Hello and a warm welcome to the official weigh-ins for EFC 110. I'm Simon Stevens and I'm coming to you live from the EFC Performance Institute in Johannesburg, South Africa, where tomorrow night, not one, but two titles on the line. Mark Hume defends his welterweight strap for the very first time against Peace X Ungapani. And Iga Cabeza, the featherweight champ, defends against the only man to have ever beaten him in 6 years, Reinaldo Guerreiro X. And it really is the best card of the year, folks, and you'd be foolish to miss it. For the weigh-ins today, however, let me introduce you to the EFC team joining me on stage. On my far right, from our national governing body, Mr. Nick Savides. Our VP and matchmaker, Mr. Graham Cartmel. And a warm welcome, please, for the EFC president, Mr. Cairo Howarth. And don't forget, folks, if an athlete fails to make weight, they still have 2 hours in which to do so. Kicking off our prelim weigh-ins then is a welterweight scrap between Given Majuba and Robert Swanepoel. Please welcome to the stage, Robert Swanepoel. $167.5 for 9 mil. Up next to scale his opponent, Given Majuba. $169.6 for the Bone Cracker. Our next bout takes place in the light heavyweight division of the EFC, and it is a bout between Willem Smith and Thiago Dumisa Nomvembe. Please welcome to the stage on debut, Thiago Dumisa Nomvembe. The chef is cooking at 202.8 pounds. Up next to scale, his opponent, Willem Smith. The Viking has failed to make weight, but still has 2 hours in which to do so. Our first bantamweight scrap of EFC 110 takes place between Sitembiso Khadebe and Moses Makari. Please welcome to scale, the son of Egypt, Moses Makari. $134.2 for Makari. Up next to the scale, his opponent, Sitembiso Khadebe. £135 for Khadebe. Our next bout is a featherweight scrap between Nkosi Dayisa and Francis Martin. Please welcome all the way from Reunion Island, Francis Martin! £144.2 for Francis KO. Up next to scale, his opponent, Nkosi Dayisa. Disaster has failed to make weight, but still has 2 hours in which to do so. The only flyweight bout of the EFC 110 is between Mpumelelo Ngoma and Willy van Rooyen. Please welcome the White Lion, Willy van Rooyen. £123.6 for Van Rooyen. Up next to scale his opponent, Mpumelelo Ngoma. £124 for the Butcher. Our next bout is between Steven Gonsalves and Tapiwa Katikati. Please welcome back to the stage, the mighty warrior, Tapiwa Katikati. The Mighty Warriors failed to make weight, but still has 2 hours. Please welcome back to the EFC, Steven Gonsalves. £145 for Guts Gonsalves. Our next bout is a middleweight scrap between Diego Bandu and Flex Munwe. Please welcome to the scale, Diego Bandu. £185 for Pangaman. His opponent, Flex Munwe, is still in transit and will be assessed by the governing body as soon as he arrives at the Performance Institute. Our first main card bout of EFC 110 is a bantamweight scrap between Nathaniel Kamana and Eduardo Barros. Please welcome back to the stage, Luander's Eduardo Barros. £134.5 for the Angolan wracking machine. Please welcome to scale his opponent, Nathaniel Kakarot Kamana. £134.6 for Kakarot. Our only heavyweight bout of the EFC 110 is between Sholto Leiters and Anthony Morel. Please welcome to scale, also from the Union Island in the Indian Ocean, Anthony Mr. Big Morel. Had a problem for Anthony Morel, £264.5. Up next to scale his opponent, Sholto Laters. £256.8 for Laters. Two former champions go to war in our very next bout in the bantamweight division between Sindile Manangela and Sylvester Chipfumblu. Please welcome back to the scale, Sylvester Chipfumblu. £135 for the gladiator from Gueru. Please welcome his opponent, Sindile Manangela. £135 for the Ghost. It's now time to take a look at your co-main event of EFC 110.
In April this year, Mark Hume returned to the Hexagon after a 6-year absence to dethrone the previously undefeated champion Zico Makengele in the very first round and strap on the welterweight belt in sensational fashion. Now he returns for his inaugural title defense against JP Kruger's 170-pound phenom Peace X Ungapani, the divisional #1 contender who was yet to see a judge's scorecard in his entire professional career. Hume first competed in EFC 9 years ago and submitted his opponent in the first round, a feat he repeated against Makengele just 7 months ago. Those 8 years in between, he has competed all over the world and is a regular in Las Vegas as Dricus du Plessis' teammate and sparring partner. But his opponent is undoubtedly the hungriest title contender in town, as Ungapani has consistently campaigned for a shot at the belt regardless of the athlete wearing it. Nor is Ungapani equally shy of taking the fight to the mat, where he can pull off a variety of submissions, though his last 2 knockout finishes are evidence of a power pugilist proficiency, putting away far more experienced opponents with comparative ease and making a name for himself in taking major scalps. X proves to be a massive challenge for Hume's first defence of the 170-pound strap in this first of 2 incredible title fights at EFC 110. It's Mark Hume versus Peace Ungapani for the EFC Welterweight Championship.
Please welcome
Proudly
to
brought to you
scale,
by World Sports Betting.
Peace X Ungapani. £169.4 for X. Please welcome to scale the welterweight champion of the EFC, Mark Hume. £169.2 for Hume. Well, let's have a couple of words with both fighters. I'll start with the champion, Mark. What do you think of him as opponent? A lot of bad blood here at the scales. What do you make of him?
Bad blood. There's no bad blood. I'm grateful he took the fight, and I look forward to putting him out.
What's going to happen tomorrow? What's your prediction, champ?
There's no prediction. I'm going to finish him.
Mark, thanks very much. Good luck tomorrow night. Peace. He's a veteran. He's very experienced. What can you bring tomorrow night?
Dude, I've been slaying these veterans since I stepped into this cage, so there's nothing that's going to change. I declare and I decree a new EFC Welterweight Champion of the World. Peace! X! Ngubane!
Good luck tomorrow night, sir. Thanks very much. Well, now let's take a look at your main event of EFC 110.
The most dominant featherweight in EFC history returns to defend his belt against the man who sensationally took it away from him over 2 years ago in one of the biggest upsets ever in the EFC, as Iga Smiley Cabeça faces the only man he has lost to in 6 years, the Pitbull brother from Brazil, Reinaldo Exon. Cabeça's record is unparalleled in African MMA, having competed for the EFC for over a decade and losing only twice to odds-upsetting submissions. His highlight reel victories over international opponents include the Croatian cowboy Carlos Saput, UFC fighter Danny Henry and his Scots teammate Callum Murray, 53-fight Shuto vet Paolo Bananada, and a string of globe-trotting Ronin who come up short against the greatest 145-pound mixed martial artist in Africa. Except for the man they call Guerreiro, the Warrior. As lockdown eased in South Africa in December 2021, the EFC Performance Institute played host to a multitude of international athletes competing at EFC 86, one of whom was Reinaldo Exon, fighting out of the renowned Pitbull Brothers gym in Brazil. With Cabeça the favourite at World Sports Betting to retain his belt in a contest that was expected to be competitive, no one present that night predicted that Smiley would lose his belt just 90 seconds into the first round to an arm triangle, and with the featherweight belt hitching a seat on the red-eye out of OR Tambo back to Rio de Janeiro. After vacating the title to enter the PFL and Cabeça since reclaiming it, these two incredible champions now run it back, with Cabeça desperate for redemption and equally determined to prevent the title being snatched out of his grasp by the Warrior once again. It's Iga Cabeça versus Reinaldo Exon for the EFC Featherweight Championship. Proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting.
Please welcome to the stage, Reinaldo Exon! £144.4 for Guerreiro. Please welcome his opponent, the featherweight champion of the EFC, Iga Cabeça. The champion comes in at 145 pounds. Well, that's our couple of words. I'll start with the champion. Iga, how excited are you for this fight? And is revenge on your mind?
Wow. First, guys, I want to say thank you to the Lord for bringing me back into this cage again. God damn, I love being in there. It's been a long camp, man. You know what? You can say whatever you want to say. Let me tell you one thing. I don't mind losing, I don't mind winning. If you catch me on an off day, good for you. Catch me on a good day, and let's see what happens to you.
So what's more important, keeping the belt or getting revenge?
Nah, the belt doesn't define me, man. The belt doesn't define me. I'm a champ. I'm the people's champ. I've been the champ for the last 7 years. I'm going to be champ.
Let's have a couple of words with the contender, Reinaldo Exon. Reinaldo, welcome back. What's going to happen in the fight tomorrow night?
Cabeça, I am you, nightmare. I am the real champion EFC. Tomorrow's you, man.
Wow, strong words from the contender. 2 incredible title fights at EFC 110. So that concludes the official weigh-ins for EFC 110. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central African Time. Please do check efcworldwide.com and efcworldwide.tv for all the scheduled information and streaming wherever you are in the world. Trust me, folks, you do not want to miss this one. Thanks for watching today. Cheers for now.
In April this year, Mark Hume returned to the Hexagon after a 6-year absence to dethrone the previously undefeated champion Zico Makengele in the very first round and strap on the welterweight belt in sensational fashion. Now he returns for his inaugural title defense against JP Kruger's 170-pound phenom, Peace Ungapani, the divisional #1 contender who has yet to see a judge's scorecard in his entire professional career. The most dominant featherweight in EFC history returns to defend his belt against the man who sensationally took it away from him over 2 years ago in one of the biggest upsets ever in the EFC, as Iga Cabeça faces the only man he has lost to in 6 years, the Pitbull brother from Brazil, Reinaldo Guerreiro Exon. EFC 110, Thursday the 7th of December, Johannesburg. Broadcast and ticket details at efcworldwide.com.